This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Full Sail University. Welcome back to another episode of Rettinger's Rants. This is the show where I rant, rave, and give opinions about anything from the world of technology or even outside of the world of technology. Up this week, we're going to talk about Android phones and why there are so many of them, and why I think it's a bad thing for consumers to have new phones come out every few months. I'm John Rettinger. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let me preface this video by saying yes, I realize I'm kind of stabbing myself in the wallet. The more phones that come out, the better it is for Techno Buffalo. We get more phones to review, talk about, make videos about. It's great for content. But I'm a consumer just like you. I don't think the frequency of phones is necessarily the best for us. I was going through looking at the amount of videos that we've made over the past year, phones we've had in our review drawer, review cabinet, and there have just been an astronomical number of devices. And I don't think it's necessarily the best thing for consumers. I think the archetypal example, you could take say the Droid Razr on Verizon built by Motorola. Droid Razr came out, it was a huge success, everybody was excited, it had a Kevlar back, it was waterproof, it was thin, it was quick, it worked really, really well, and it sold like gangbusters. But the battery wasn't the best and it was sealed in there and people weren't getting the battery like they were hoping for. A few months later, Droid Razr Max with 2 X's for emphasis comes out, boasting better battery life. The Galaxy S, Galaxy S2, Galaxy S3, the time between them is very, very thin. So what does this mean for a consumer, and a very vocal consumer? Well, let's say you're looking to sign a new 2-year contract. You're stuck with the phone for 2 years. You can't take the subsidy on it. You want to make sure you're going to have the best phone for you during that 2-year period. So let's say you're on Verizon, and this is when the Droid Razr came out. You go in and sign your name to a 2-year deal. Well, a couple months go by, and suddenly your phone's not really new anymore. Most consumers aren't as tech savvy as perhaps you or me. They walk into a store, they want to buy a phone, they see one sitting there, they say, great, I'll take that one. So you're going to be a bit perturbed, you're going to be annoyed. There's going to be different versions of Android that have to be supported, different phones that have to be supported, and you're going to have broader fragmentation. And maybe this is just the consumerist in me, thinking that when I buy a piece of technology, I want it to be the latest. I want it to be the greatest, at least for a period of time. I'm not foolish enough to think that it's always going to be new, it's always going to be awesome, it's always going to be great. But at least for a few months after I bought that shiny piece of tech, let it be cutting edge. It's really tough in the world of Android because something new is always coming out. And it's always coming out with perhaps different operating systems. Now you got phones with gingerbread still being shipped, ice cream sandwich, some stuff shipping with jelly bean. And you got 7, 8, 10 different devices coming from different manufacturers. You got different skins on each, different versions of skins on each. Maybe you got Sense 4, Sense 3.1, maybe you got TouchWiz, or maybe you got an older version of MotoBlur. All these different devices, different skins make it very hard for developers to keep track of devices to support. And that's really hurting, I think, Android. They've got a great Google Play Store. There are some gems of applications in there. But you gotta wade through a lot of crap to get to the golden items in there, and that's really unfortunate because the good stuff in Google Play is really, really good. I think better than on really any other app infrastructure. Can't tell you how many emails I get, and again, maybe I'm slanted because of the industry I'm in, saying, you know, I'm so annoyed that I bought this new phone, now something new is out, and should I return it, should I not return it? Should I sell it and buy something at full price? It just makes for an unhappy consumer. I know it's made me pretty unhappy. So you say what you will about Apple, you generally know a new phone's coming out once a year. I'm wondering if perhaps that might be a good model for other manufacturers to emulate, or maybe 2 models a year. So you look at, say, HTC. There are going to be 2 high-end HTC phones per year. You know what you're getting, you know what to look for, it's got a set release cycle. If a new phone comes out in January, you buy it in December, then you know that you're only going to have a new phone for a month, and you know that it's expected. I like that model. I like that there are options for consumers to know that they're going to have the latest and greatest technology. Now, the other side of that coin is that the more devices, the more choice. And certainly I like choice as well. So yes, I am contradicting myself. But as a consumer, it annoys me. And I found that I wrote about this, I've talked about it in previous videos. I find it infuriating that if I had bought a phone and 2 months later there's a new version of it out, I'd be mad too. One thing I will say about all these mobile devices we're talking about, they all have pretty awesome app stores, whether it's Google Play, whether it's the App Store on Apple devices, whatever it might be though, the application store world and application development is growing. It's the next tech gold rush. And the folks at Full Sail University have a great program for you. Full Sail University's online mobile development bachelor's degree program can teach you the skill set you need to take advantage of those emerging opportunities. Through Full Sail Project Launchbox program, students receive a MacBook Pro fully loaded with industry software plus iOS and Android devices. Courses delivered through Full Sail's immersive online education platform. maximize capabilities of your brand spanking new Mac, giving you a learning experience unlike any other. 15 billion mobile apps have been downloaded from the App Store, and Android market share is expected to grow 600% by the end of 2012. If you're ready to take advantage of technology and software to compete in this rapidly growing industry, visit fullsail.edu/technobuffalo to take advantage of this pretty awesome offer. So if you want to develop, looking for a job, check out fullsail.edu/technobuffalo to get in at the ground floor of mobile development. So what do you guys think about this rant? Do you agree, disagree? Should be more devices the better? Should there be less? Am I way off base? Am I dumb and have a stupid face? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Be sure to check us out at technobuffalo.com for the latest and greatest tech news, reviews, opinions, editorials. I'm John Rettinger. See you next video.